Hi everybody, my name is Jay and it's just Kia. Behind me I have a beautiful 2026 Kia EV9 and we're going to take a look at exactly what's going on with this car. Starting from the front, we have these amazing cube LED lights. This is going to be more patterns also on the LEDs in the front grille as well. You can actually customize exactly how you want your Kia to look, giving you that extra edge of customizability after you buy the vehicle. This is a 2026 model year, so what Kia has done for this year is they've included an NACS charger port instead of the J1772, meaning that you'll be able to access Tesla supercharging networks, meaning it'll be charging you to get you going faster. Let's go inside, shall we? Okay, so welcome to the brand new Kia EV9 for the 2026 model year. First impressions, this is basically using Kia's new updated CCNC, which is Cockpit Controls and Navigation Console. In this system, we have a plethora of options in there. And the biggest thing the EV9 hasn't changed is the big gear stock that's over here. So in order to start the car, you press a button on the gear stock here, car starts right up. Now, it's fully integrated just like before, and it looks absolutely amazing. You have your HVAC controls here, and a lot of the time people are complaining that it might be a little difficult to access and use. However, you do get these nice physical buttons to show it. And on top of that, it gives you a quick display to show you exactly what you've pressed, what you've gone through, and all the other options that are available to you too as well. Regarding the steering wheel and regarding some of the interior layouts, not much has changed. We still have our ventilated and heated seats and heated steering on the side here. You also got memory seating on the sides of the seats here for all easy access and for passenger capabilities. Regarding the climate menu, the only thing that's really changed is when you press this button right here, now you get a full display of the climate, and you also see the ventilations as well. On top of this, you can also set it for your driver self, your auto self, and you can also control the rear as well. And in the rear, you can also control the rear ventilated and heated seats as well from the climate menu. So you can always check if your kids are deciding to play with the seat settings. When you come back to the home map here, you'll be able to use all the QR codes and buttons as it is. This screen is amazing. It is just like a smartphone, very responsive, very, very easy to navigate. When you press setup, it'll be your friend in order to change any kinds of settings you have with the vehicle. So as you can see, it's all listed here. And if you're not quite sure what you're looking for, just hit that magnifying glass and type away. Another great feature that Kia keeps through all its cars is quick control. And with the passenger talk, you can actually hear me in the back. So you can talk to your third row passengers without having to shout over it. And you can just talk at a regular pace and you can adjust the volume to their needs. Another big thing that Kia has is we all know about daylight savings time. When you press the clock, you'll be able to access your daylight savings times and time settings, just as simple as that. When you're going through this vehicle, you're going to notice that this is all flush with the dash. And in order to press it, there is a tactile feedback and it vibrates it so that you can use it as well. You still got your familiar home, map, search, media, and start buttons as well. The start button being customizable to whatever things you want to feature. So if I wanted to go with passenger talk, instead of swiping down, I can now just press this button and you'll be able to access and get on your way. We have the volume and power here, hazards are here, and we have the temperature controls here. Temperature for the passenger side, and the different mode is going to show you exactly where the air is going for your car. You also have a nice center console over here where you have your 12-volt socket, and you also have USB-C charging if you need it. But what kind of car would this be if it didn't have wireless charging? You have your wireless cell phone charger in the middle here, and this is where you would put the key if you had a digital key card. You also have some nice controls for the camera, and that's 360-degree perspective view. You have downhill brake control and auto hold. In this center console here is where your cup holders are hidden. When you press these two buttons, the cup holders come out nice and evenly, and when you're not using a drink, you can use it for a ton of storage space. So nice even storage, and you can close it up with that closed look. Then you also have more storage down here for a bunch of things that you're not too particularly need, but there's a nice little cup so that it holds it in place. Something that's new on the EV9 for this year is a fingerprint sensor. So basically, when you get in the car and you use a digital key, or you get into yourself and you want to load up your profile, no longer do you have to just press the button on the screen anymore. You just put your finger right here and it'll read you and it'll welcome you to your car. Now with all that being said and done, shall we go for a drive? The biggest feature that you'll notice here in the 2026 model year is active sound design. This is a family-oriented vehicle, but we all know there are some car enthusiasts out there who really want to have that driving feeling. This will change that for you. So essentially, you can turn off the sound, but you can also have a sound when the vehicle is driving, and I'll demonstrate that when we go out for a drive in just a minute. Find that it's in the active sound design. That is a new setting that Kia has presented in your vehicle options menu. You also get ambient lighting with this car, so that's going to be a nice thing. Gear lever is still the same as the previous year. You have drive, reverse, and one click for neutral. And now if we're ready, let's get off, shall we? So the biggest change for the EV9, I must say, is having a terrain mode and a drive mode. So in drive mode, obviously, you're going to be able to pick sport or terrain. And for drive modes, you can pick Eco, Smart, Sport, but you can now hear the car really come alive with the active sound design control. Love the blind spot view monitoring, and this also has regenerative braking, so that's why you can see that we are immediately slowing down a significant amount because it's automatically regenerating the electric battery as we drive. You can use the paddle shifters on the right to adjust that, and if you wanted to go with one pedal driving, you just have to hit the left hand side to the full and it'll show an iPedal max. If it's an iPedal max, then we'll be driving essentially with one pedal. But if you're on the highway, it's recommended that you go into 0. And this vehicle is pretty quick. And just like that, we're already at 100 kilometers an hour. A lot of things a lot of people don't also know is navigation-based cruise control. So basically, I'll set the distance and now I can drive perfectly normal. EV9 is equipped with an absolutely amazing array of features and cameras to keep you absolutely safe. It also does have automatic lane change assist as well. So essentially, if I'm driving like this with no hand, let's say I activate the turn signal, and now it'll do it by itself. And it'll tell me to keep your hands on the steering wheel every now and then, but you can get away with it. You didn't see that. So essentially, now all I'm doing is cruising, and they have like nice little handles here. So you can just cruise on away without having any worries or issues. And it'll take the speed last, and you can increase the speed if you need to. And then it'll take the distance first. So in front of me right now, there's no distance of cars, and we're just driving along normally. Very nice. It's very smooth. It's also really quiet. Even with the active sound design, when you're cruising, it won't get too much of it in the way. Another great thing is the digital mirror. A lot of people can be nervous about using it, but honestly, just think of it like a backup camera that's just checking for your backside without you having to squint your eyes and think, is there something behind me or is there nothing behind me? It's also very high frame, so it'll be really easy to use. Now we're probably coming off the highway here, so I'm just gonna let it take care of itself. And just like that, it's super simple. So yeah, some of the other features here, I can change the mode to sport. There's also My Drive, which is replacing the smart feature. Essentially, you can customize how your vehicle drives in the My Drive function. And yeah, once you put any kind of steering input when you're changing the lanes, the lane assist will change itself. So obviously you're still in control, but the vehicle will take care of most things that you need. This car also comes with 12 or 14, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it comes with Meridian sound system, and the sound quality is absolutely fantastic. You can customize it to exactly how your liking is, but the software and the hardware included with the Meridian sound system is absolutely fantastic. It's one of the best I've ever heard. As we come down to a slowdown in front of us, the vehicle will take care of itself and it'll just slow down for you. And as soon as it notices that you have a bit more distance in front of you, it will start chasing the car in front and keeping a good distance. Again, the distance can be monitored by pressing this button right here, and this is to keep your active steering alive so that it keeps it centered for you. The car mostly knows how to drive. It's just it just needs some kind of a weight resistance to make sure that you're still driving instead of just letting the car drive itself, essentially. But for the most part, it's a nice, relaxing cruiser. I want to take this opportunity to touch up on more on the new things that Kia has done. So Kia was in agreement with Tesla, and they have gone through with their promises, and they've changed all their charging ports from J1772, which is the big bulky 3-prong connector with the direct DC connection, into the NACS port, which already has the AC and DC connections already integrated. What that means is we'll be able to access Tesla supercharging network, which is obviously a lot bigger than most. And then with that, you'll be able to just simply charge faster, and you can get a lot more kilowatt hour charges with that function enabled. Overall driving impressions right now in the My Drive mode feels pretty good. Brakes feel good. But we've only used about 2% battery. Even though we've gone about 10 kilometers, it still says about 58 from the 65 that we started. So I think that's pretty good in terms of range. However, I do feel that we are going to be definitely lower because we're going to be going on sport. And with sport, you can definitely hear the car accelerate a little bit more. So it gives you that emanated engine feeling. So the 0 to 60 on this car is about 5.1 seconds, and it being a 3-row mid-size SUV, that's pretty good for a fully electric car. I have no doubts that if I just started cruising normally and I thought, oh, I'm going a little bit slower than I thought, you can just punch it and you'll be right there. The sound is pretty cool, honestly. It's like activating hyperspace mode. If you notice on the dash right here, this little dot will tell you where your speed is. So if you're not used to numbers and you're more of a visual representation guy, then you can just follow that dot. If you're above it, it'll be red, and that's when you know you're speeding. The differences, I think, with the EV6 and the EV9, there's definitely the feeling of the weight, because you know you're in a bigger car. You definitely feel the weight a lot more than you would in a lighter car. For this one, you definitely feel the weight difference, for sure. But boy, oh boy, is it very smooth. The suspension system is set up with multi-link rear suspension and the front, so it gives a very, very nice ride quality. You also have amazing visibility across the board in terms of over your hood, on your side mirrors. There's small blind spots in your A-pillar, but because the windows are so large, it's not much to laugh at. Regarding the rear, you have a 360-degree camera that shows you a bird's eye view of the car, as well as the 3D perspective, and you also have a digital mirror in case you have a lot of cargo in the back or passengers with tall heads so that you can't really see out the back there. Then you have the digital mirror to take care of you. Also have nice blind spot detection with the blind spot view monitoring as well, so you'll be able to see a lot with this car. Compared to a 24 or a 25 EV9, the 26 EV9 does come with a lot more features in terms of its software development, as well as its HVAC system and overall upgrades to the interior. So I would definitely look at this as a facelift more so than a full model change. I do have a feeling closer to 29 we'll get a brand new refresh of the whole platform, but for now it seems to be working. Because this definitely, if you thought Kia and electric, you definitely wouldn't think EV9. But the fact that Kia offers such a premium luxury affordable vehicle for a fraction of the cost at this day and age of market is an incredible statement for sure. Nowhere can I find a 3-row SUV for under fully electric for under $100,000. So there you have it, folks. That's the 2025 Kia EV9 with the premium package. That parking job was made easy because of the 360-degree camera and the front perspective. It'll show you exactly where you go so you don't ever curve your wheels, and you'll be able to know exactly where your bumper is. Until next time, my name is Jay from It's Just Kia.